Hi, I'm Chelsea Lewis with Wisconsin Trails and the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. I'm at the Dundee Shelter in the Kettle Moraine State Forest off the Ice Age Trail. I thought I'd go over what I carry in my backpack because a lot of people ask me what kind of gear I use. So the big three that you need for backpacking are, of course, a backpack, a shelter, and a sleep system. For a backpack, I use this High Sierra. This has worked pretty well for me over the past 10 years or so. For my sleep system, I've got a nice Thermarest Nemo Air sleeping pad. For my sleeping bag, I have a down sleeping bag. It's rated down to 15 degrees. If you're just starting out, a synthetic bag is totally fine. And then I splurge a little with an inflatable pillow. I also have a pack cover. This is kind of another little extra thing. You don't necessarily need a trash compactor bag or a garbage bag. Put right into your bag with all of your stuff inside of that. Will work just fine in case of rain. I use a Kelty Salida 2 tent. It's a 2-person backpacking tent. It's a great beginner tent. It's not too expensive. It's really durable, so I can kind of beat it up a little bit. A lot of good headroom. It's freestanding. And if you're backpacking with a friend, then you can split the weight and it's not as big of a deal anyway. For a cooking and food system, I kind of organize everything in a little mesh bag here. I use a MSR pocket rocket stove, a really nice small stove that screws right onto the top of the gas can. And then I have a couple of collapsible Sea to Summit, a bowl and a cup, a nice little spork that I use, and then a GSI pot that really is just for boiling water. For water, it's really dependent on where you're hiking, but if you need to carry a lot of water, like if you're, for instance, in the desert, this platypus is great. You can fill it up, stick it right in the slot in your backpack, and then you just stick the tube through your backpack and you can have easy access to drinking and easily carry a bunch. Otherwise, water bottles on the side of your pack are just fine. As far as food, you're going to want high-calorie foods. Things like peanut butter are great. Trail mix, of course, is the go-to. I love M&Ms as a nice little snack. Dehydrated foods at night, so pasta, rice. Of course, you want to pack out what you pack in, so I like to bring Ziplocs, or probably even usually big Ziplocs for all my garbage. Then, of course, toiletries, basic toiletries. A really basic med kit with some band-aids and gauze, sunscreen, some medications, antihistamines, things like that. Then I also have a little bit of extra clothing, some extra socks for at night, so I can switch out my socks or if my socks get wet, and a nice outer layer jacket. This also serves as a rain jacket for at night in case it rains, whatever it might be. Then I have a couple of extra things that I keep in the top of my pack. Of course, bug spray, a nice handkerchief for wiping, cleaning my face, whatever it might be. Notebook, I'm a reporter after all. Head net for the bugs. Sometimes if you're in really buggy areas, not even bug spray can keep them away, and so a nice head net. You look like a beekeeper, it's cool. Extra plastic bags for garbage or whatever else. Hand sanitizer, of course. And then I have some sunglasses that I keep in a little buff. I also wear a hat almost all the time for sun protection and for bug protection. Ticks and mosquitoes can get into your hair, and it's just better to wear a hat and keep them out. And then, of course, a headlamp for at night if you want to read or you need to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night or whatever it might be. And then I always have some snacks in my top pack, so I've got some M&Ms in here right now. And then, of course, I always carry a paper map. I hike with trekking poles. I didn't always, but once I started, now I love them. They're really nice for stability. They're nice going up and down hills to kind of ease the pressure on your knees. For shoes, if your feet are happy, you're going to have a happy hike. So make sure that the shoes are comfortable. If you do go for like kind of traditional hiking boots, that's fine. Make sure you break them in. If you're using more like trail runners or even just tennis shoes, if you're carrying a lighter load, those are okay too. The nice thing about little bulkier shoes like like these that I'm wearing is that when it's muddy, like it is right now in late spring, early summer, they give you just a little extra protection. And no shoes are entirely waterproof, but these at least help prevent a ton of water and mud from seeping into your socks, so those are great. For pants, just some quick dry pants that I wear with a lot of pockets so I can carry my cell phone and maps and whatever I need to have easy access. A base and a mid layer that are not cotton. Synthetic is good, wool, anything that's going to wick moisture. Cotton absorbs moisture, so you don't want that. And then of course I have my outer layer. So that's what I use when I'm backpacking. You know, different conditions call for different things, but I hope that helps you get started with your own hike.